Unit 4. Only the Best. Unit 4. Pages 30 and 31. Look and listen.
The smaller the better. B. It looks fantastic and it's impossible to live without.
The B car is one of the world's smallest and most compact cars. It was designed by a group of engineers in Italy and France. It was put through all kinds of tests, and it has been proven to be one of the safest and strongest small cars ever. The B was built with as many safety features as most luxury cars, and special attention was paid to materials and the effect the car has on environment. It comes with a .650-liter engine, seats 2 people comfortably, and has a good-sized trunk. The B is fun to drive. It is inexpensive to buy and economical to run. It is also versatile and fashionable. Accessories such as bumpers, doors, and wheels of different colors can be blended to match each person's taste and style. But the greatest advantage of the B is that it can be parked in a very small space.
Mystique. Find out what is behind this mysterious scent. It smells like wildflowers, and its fresh fragrance makes you feel lighter, fresher, and more special. Experience the natural aroma of Mystique.
About perfume. Of all the senses, none is so mysterious as that of smell. Perfumes are made from parts of flowers and many other pleasant-smelling substances such as herbs, spices, woods, fruits, and oils. The Egyptians were the first to introduce perfume into their culture, and some special perfumes were considered more precious than gold. Perfume was used by the rulers of ancient Egypt. When the tomb of Tutankhamun was opened, there was an odor of perfume. In Persia, perfume was considered a sign of high rank or class. The Greeks said that it was invented by the gods. In Rome, scent was used extravagantly in the famous baths and during banquets. Muhammad promised his followers the Garden of Paradise, a place where the most exotic perfumes are found. It was used in ancient India, China, and Japan. In fact, perfume has been used by all the ancient and modern cultures. But the first perfume to have a designer's name was Chanel No. 5. In its famous Art Deco bottle. Coco Chanel's perfume was launched in 1923.
What do these 2 bikes have in common? They were made by the world's largest and most trusted bicycle company. The Trenton Racing Bike. Bicycles were invented in France in the 1790s. They were made of wood, had a front wheel that didn't move, and no pedals. In 1817, a steerable front wheel was developed by Baron Karl von Drais in Germany, and in 1839 the first pedals were introduced by Kirkpatrick Macmillan, a blacksmith from Scotland. The first bikes had large front wheels because it was believed that the bigger the front wheel, the faster the bike. The Trenton Company was started by Sir Christopher Trenton in 1895 in London, England, and it has been making bikes ever since. Our first racing bike was made in 1898, and it reached a speed of 25 miles, 40 kilometers per hour. Recently, one of our bikes reached 75 miles, 120 kilometers an hour in the Tour de France. Today, Trenton bikes are made of the lightest and most resistant materials, and they are available in a great variety of models and sizes.
Unit 4. Page 31. Part 2. Pair work. A. Ask and answer about the products.
What is the Trenton bike made of?
The ad says that it's made of the lightest materials.
When were bikes invented, first used?
They were invented in the 18th century.
B. Make comparisons about the products.
How are modern bikes different from old bikes?
They're lighter than old bikes.
C. Discuss the special features of the products.
What's special about the B?
The B is the smallest car produced.
D. Choose a product that you like. Why is it special? Write down 2 reasons. Share them with a partner. Unit 4, page 34, Part 5. Listening. Listen to the ads and match. 1.
Sunray gives you the most wonderful suntan while protecting your skin all day long against the wind and the harmful rays of the sun. Use Sunray for utmost care and protection. Recommended by dermatologists all over the world.
2.
When you're feeling tired, hot, and thirsty, there's nothing more invigorating than Sparkle. It's cooler than an ocean breeze, fresher than a mountain stream, and it has a delicious fizzy taste. Try Sparkle now.
3.
Do you have a splitting headache? Are you suffering from a toothache? Noache will take away your pain, and you will feel better immediately. Why don't you try Noache and get rid of your aches and pains?
4.
When the kids got home from their camping trip, their suitcases were full of dirty clothes that smelled bad. I just threw all the clothes into the washing machine, added a measure of spotless, and just look at them now. They're clean and spotless again, and they smell great, too.
Unit 4, page 34, Part 6. Pronunciation. Listen and practice. Note the overuse of stress on certain words for emphasis and exaggeration.
Fabulous. The B is a fabulous car. Fantastic. This perfume has a fantastic smell. Wonderful. The car is a wonderful color.
Unit 4, page 35, Part 8. Conversation.
What are you laughing about?
I just saw the silliest ad on TV for jam and soups. It said, all our products are homemade with the freshest vegetables and fruits. Then a scene in the factory showed that products were prepared and packed by the most sophisticated machinery.
And I bet the word natural was put on the jars and cans of the products. I think the stupidest ads are those that imply that you're one of a kind. If you buy the product, you'll be a very special person. No, you'll be just like every other one of the 20 million people who bought it.
That's really silly. But to me, the dumbest of them all is when advertisers put a celebrity on TV to talk about a particular brand of soap or about a particular car. I bet that the celebrities never used the product before they got the job of appearing in the commercial.
Yeah, but most of these commercials work and people remember the product.
I agree. Here we are talking about ads we've seen, aren't we? Unit 4, page 36, Part 10. Reading. From Hamburg to hamburgers.
People think that hamburgers were invented in the United States, but that is not totally true. These round flat cakes, or patties, made of ground beef, actually came from Germany in the middle of the 19th century. They were brought to the United States by German immigrants who came from the city of Hamburg. That is why their name was hamburger steak. But what happened next isn't clear. The most popular story is that the hamburger was first put between 2 pieces of bread at the 1904 World's Fair in St. Louis. However, people in other places claim that they invented the hamburger. Perhaps we'll never have a clear answer, but there's no question that the hamburger was a hit. Why? Perhaps because at that time industry was growing and a kind of fast, practical, and cheap food was needed for workers. Or perhaps it was just because hamburgers tasted good. The hamburger became even more popular in the 1920s when the first chain of fast food restaurants was started. This chain was called White Castle. It served tiny hamburgers that were sold for the low price of 5 cents. A trend of the 1930s was the drive-in restaurant. Customers were served in their cars by waiters in uniform. And one of the most popular menu items was the hamburger. By now, the hamburger was ready to conquer the world. And this happened with McDonald's, which was actually a hot dog stand at first. But the hot dog was replaced by the hamburger by the early 1950s. At McDonald's, people were served quickly inside the restaurant. The drive-in concept changed too. The waiters disappeared. People ordered from their cars, received their food quickly, and drove away. McDonald's and other fast food restaurants sprang up around the world throughout the rest of the 20th century. Fast food restaurants that sell hamburgers can be found in Austria or Australia, Jamaica or Japan. McDonald's alone has sold 12 hamburgers for every person in the world. The importance of the hamburger to U.S. culture remains significant. About 60% of all sandwiches that are eaten are hamburgers. According to some sources, 7% of current workers in the United States had their first job at McDonald's. But the face of the hamburger is changing according to the times. Nowadays, it is possible to buy a chicken burger, a turkey burger, a fish burger, or a veggie burger.
End of Unit 4.